It's Week 6 of the National Football League.
And we've got the do-it-all back, Austin Eckler. He had a great week to build off of last time out, reaching triple digits and adding 2 touchdowns.
It's the Chargers and the Broncos on Monday Night Prime Time.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight we finish off Week 6 with a good Monday nighter between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers. Hi everybody, Brandon Gordon alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. We're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, and this is what every one of these guys waits for each and every week, CD, that moment of anticipation just before the game begins.
I know most of these guys have played well over 100 games dating back to their high school days. Imagine that number if you go all the way back to the Little League type of ball. But that excitement before a game, it never gets old. They all know how to channel it once they actually kick this one off, though.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Los Angeles taking the field, led by Justin Herbert, third-year man out of Oregon, whose career is off to an incredibly productive start.
It feels like hyperbole, but it's actually reality. In only 2 seasons, we've seen Justin Herbert do things rarely or never seen before in the NFL. He's one of only 9 quarterbacks now with a 5,000-yard passing season and made the Chargers a top 5 offense for the first time since 2010. He is also the only quarterback to ever throw at least 30 touchdowns in each of his first 2 seasons and set a record for completions over that same span.
And that's going to be good for Chargers first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there. You don't deserve anything for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. No gain on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. Here's Russell Wilson, 11th season in the league. First, of course, with Denver after a high-profile trade this offseason that saw him dealt from Seattle.
The Denver Broncos knew exactly what they wanted when they acquired Russell Wilson. They wanted to bring in a quarterback who was durable, consistent, and a proven winner to take a talented roster back to the postseason. And Russell Wilson, he was all of those things in Seattle. One losing record in 10 seasons, missed only 3 games in that time, and made 9 Pro Bowls. They begin the drive with a run by Murray.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. First play to for 14 in the first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
First and 10, it's Wilson. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. To throw on second and 10, Wilson. That's taken in by Dulcich. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Taken down at the 42. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolute phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
On third down, Wilson. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a fourth down. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here comes Carter. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. First and 10. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Big play that time by Mike Williams, and it picks up a first down, and he's coming off a career-best 76 catches at 1,146 yards last season and was rewarded with a nice extension for his efforts. Definitely hope he continues improvement in his 6th season as a Chargers' big play threat.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The numbers for him from a week ago. 12 carries, 106 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
Escaping the pressure right. His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
3rd and 2, and they ran the ball for only 1 yard, and everybody's going to scream at the offense. Let's give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. Defensive front out leveraged the offensive line. They got more people to the football. Yeah, they won that battle in a big way, and they're forcing a big decision now by the guys on offense.
That'll go as a 42-yard punt, and they'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, Murray. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside.
They're going for Hamlin, but this is intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
We know Melvin Gordon is very effective getting to the perimeter, but being a former University of Wisconsin Badger means you know how to run the ball inside and with power as well. I also like the fact that he's a weapon in the passing game. Had as many as 58 catches in a season. Throw it to him in space and look out.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They need to make up some ground in it.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Herbert. And this is caught by Williams. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A first down there on a pickup at 25. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Charger football to start.